All right, guys. I know this was a sudden live, but man, it just seems like every single second there is something new that is going on with the whole manosphere, with the black manosphere. It just seems like there's uh, man, it seems like at this point it's imploding on itself. Seriously speaking, like every other moment there is something going on. Okay, I'm not gonna just blame it on, I'm not gonna just blame it on one person. I'm not gonna just basically, yeah, I'm not gonna blame it on one person, but it seems like that one person started it off. It seems like that one person just had a lot to was very responsible in what is happening now. It seems like that one person just knew that controversy sells, because every other day I'm hearing new things about, so and so is going at him, so and so is going at him, and things like that. So and so is retracting their statements about being a passport bro, and this, that, and the other. It's just like crazy, because when you really think about it, like the passport bros, like whether you like it or not, that still is part of the like manosphere red pill community. You know what I mean? Like that's still part of it. That's still part of the whole manosphere red pill community. Now, like me myself, I'll say straight up and down that I'm a Muslim passport brother, which means that I carved my own lane, but it still doesn't mean that I'm not a passport bro. Yeah, for sure, I will identify with that. No problem. But of course, I'm not going to the location that they are going to. I'm not really checking for those locations. However, I'm not going to backpedal on what I stand on. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like I'm not talking to anybody in specific. That's the thing. I'm not talking about anybody in specific. Just know that. But I can't backpedal on things that I believe in, because like I try to base what I believe in like on the knowledge, based on the faith that I practice. But I'm just saying that this implosion of the manosphere is going out of control at this point. It's like every other day there's a new beef. Okay, it's crazy. And luckily for the most part, alhamdulillah, Muslims haven't really been involved, because it's the month of Ramadan, and arguing would not be the best thing for us this month. And controlling our tongue would be the better thing to do. I mean, this would be a better option. However, um the thing is about the manuscript, um the thing is about the the thing is that with everything that transpired this past week, and everything that is happening still, um hold on just a minute. So the thing is that it just seems like I don't want to get into no conspiracy theory. That's the thing. I don't want to be that type of guy who just like makes a conspiracy theory and says, okay, well, this is what she wanted to do all along. But for the main part in the Black Manosphere, there was never like a uniform type thing. There was never, for example, there was never a like spokesperson for the Manosphere. You know, there was never that. You know, that's the thing. That never There was never one person who just said, "Okay, I'm the leader of this. I'm the leader of this. You guys have to follow my lead." Nobody ever had that authority, right? So, with that being said, it just seems like now things are crazy right now. Things are really crazy. Um, and I don't know what to say at this point anymore. But I want to go over a couple of videos in which I found about the crazy things that are going on right now. You know, um, I did play on my last live a video with Charleston White, going at Passport Bros and also going at Fresh and Fit for asking him to return to the show and basically asking for it to be free. You know, asking for basically, you know, asking him to come back to uh the, actually asking him coming back to come back on the show, fresh and fit, but do it for free. You know what I mean? That's what was basically occurring. However, you know, he wasn't really going for that. He really didn't like it. He really didn't he in fact he used it as a means to just throw them under the dirt completely, you know, just basically throw them under the dirt, and that's what he did. You know, it's sad, but you know, he in throwing them under the dirt, he also threw you know, the Passport Bros under the dirt, you know. And the thing is, he never even heard the objective viewpoint of the Passport Bros. He just decided, man, I'm gonna throw you guys all the way under the dirt, you know. And I'm like, wow, this guy is really, really fed up. Now there's another video, and I don't know if he's doing this to draw his audience or something like that. I don't know if that's the situation with him, that he wants to like make his audience big. So he figures, okay, well, you know, since these things are selling, the controversy is selling, I might as well just go off of I might as well just go off of doing something with controversy. You know, I really don't know at this time, to be honest with you, what he you know, what his angle is. But without further ado, you know, I don't really have any religious backing on this, except for, you know, I mean, there is, you know, they say that in religion we shouldn't split into sects and things like that. But at this point, it's not even splitting into sects. It just seems like that they're going at each other, you know. But let's get into this, man. And I'll give my thoughts on this matter, on this affair that we're dealing with.
I keep getting a request. Now I ain't seen the video. I keep getting the request. Somebody say, "Hey, some guys by the name of Dumb and Dumber, I buy preachers talking about you." I said, two guys at one time is talking about me. Sound like two homosexuals. Just sound like two homosexual guys. Uh, they said they calling you a rapist. So yeah, so what? So what? I rape. Who gives a damn?
So the crazy thing is he's admitting to being a rapist. And unfortunately, though, there are people who support this man. It's sad to say it, but yes, there are actually people who support him. It's as crazy as it sounds. He has a support base. But let's continue.
I only rape white women. I brag about raping as a kid when I was a little bitty boy. So what? It don't stop me from selling tickets. I still got a fan base. Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Yeah, yeah, Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Nigga, don't nobody give a damn about no motherfucking rapist. Shit, I done went too goddamn far, y'all. Shit. Yeah, I done went too far. I got to turn around. Yeah, yeah, niggas, don't nobody care about a rapist. So, so what? I rape somebody. Where's the victims? Yeah, yeah, fuck them rape victims. I ain't got none. Like, he's a rapist, y'all. So he ain't raping number white people. Who give a damn about a nigga raping white bitches back in the 80s? No, I don't. Yeah, he think rape funny. Yeah, yeah, I think rape funny. Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Yeah, who give a damn? Goddamn, Kobe Bryant was an accused rapist. I'm not an accused rapist. I'm a self-proclaimed rapist. There's a difference. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he does just say things for like saying them. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe these are just things that he, like yeah, maybe this is it for him that he just has the desire to say these things. I don't know. But let's continue.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant was a rapist. He got in. Somebody said he raped me. Mike Tyson, rapist. Tupac, rapist. Charles Barkley, rapist. Charleston White, bullshitter. So somebody tell Abba and preach. So what? Charleston White said he raped somebody. So don't nobody care. But a bunch of guys. You don't hear no bitches complaining about Charleston White raping nobody. It's just a bunch of you pussy ass guys online. Once the women start complaining, then I'll apologize. But there's no women complaining about me raping nobody. It's just like a bunch of straight guys calling a guy gay. It have to be a gay guy saying he's gay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say I've been preached. They say you're calling me a rapist. So, so what? I got away with rape. Who cares? I don't. I don't give a fuck. Not one motherfucking bit. Will I rape again? I don't know. Some hoes like to be raped. Yeah, yeah. Some hoes like to be raped. They say fuck me harder, choke me, slap me. So will I rape again? I don't know. Some hoes like to be raped. Oh yeah, and I love shoving that dick up in there too. I'm not. I'm a dick, big dick talk shit talking nigga. Yeah, yeah. I till I've been preach, I might rape again. Yeah, you talking about it? And when I rape, I rape. You hear me? Yeah, nigga, you nigga can't get mad. Cause I know how to rape and fuck a bitch till she like it. You nigga can't rape no hoe and make her like it. I can rape a hoe and make her like it. That's what good. That's what you call good dick nigga. benefits. I can take pussy and make them like it. Fuck so motherfucking good. I'm telling you, I fuck so motherfucking good, they like it. I'm not bullshitting. They start out saying no, 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 no. And next thing you know, they, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So tell Abba and preach. So, so what? I'm screaming rape. Who don't give a fuck? Don't nobody give a fuck about nobody getting white women getting raped by a big dick nigga. Nobody cares. I know I don't. But he can't say that. Well, he say it all the time. Ain't nobody go do nothing. And ain't nobody done nothing. The tickets are still selling, guys. So whatever you guys think you're trying to do or stop me from doing, I just want you to know the tickets are still selling out. Nobody cares about a guy raping back in the 1980s. Nobody cares about a 1980 serial raper. Nobody cares about a 1980 serial raper. Fuck you going looking for a bitch? Go, ho. Nobody cares about a 1980 serial raper. I'm just saying, guys. I gotta pee too. I gotta pee like a motherfucker. I've been drinking a lot of water. I got to pull over and whip this dick out. Plenty of motherfucking pee, boys. That big dick, Philly. How much pee come out there? Oh, that's a long dick. Oh,
Yeah, this guy, let me fast forward. I don't want to see this.
ball. But guess what? He's not in jail, people. So obviously somebody's lying about Charleston being a rapist. A rapist? Oh, yeah.
But he just said he was a rapist, though. That's the thing. He just said he was.
Why won't anybody come out and say he raped me? He raped me. He raped me. Maybe he never raped anyone. Maybe Maybe good old Charlie boy's never taken any puss before. Maybe you guys are just making it up because he's blowing smoke up your ass about being a rapist. I'm sorry, a rapist. Whichever words you guys want to use. Maybe old Charlie boy is blowing smoke up your ass, is pulling your legs. Oh, who wants to be a rapist, Charlie boy? You want to be a killer. Charlie boy wants to be a rapist. Killers don't get a lot of pussy, but a rapist does. Rapists get a lot of pussy. Killers don't get a lot of pussy, but rapists. Charleston wants lots of pussy, so the boy wants to be rapist. You want to call him a killer? He don't want to be killer. All the other nigger boys want to be killer, not Charlie boy. Charlie boy want to be a white woman rapist. That's nothing wrong with that, isn't it? The guy aspire to be a rapist. He just want to rape white women. He don't want to rape Mexican women. He just want to rape lily white women, white girls, white gals, pink toe pussy. You know, he don't want to rape nigger gals, colored gals. Dark foot cunt. He don't want to rape the dark foot cunt. He want the pink murder. There's no statute of limitations on rape. Brag about killing niggers all the time. I want to rape white women.
Okay, so that's enough. But you see that he came at them, and they simply replayed a video that he made when he was on Fresh and Fit. That's the thing. They they uh they replayed it. That, and that's all they did. But now, unfortunately, well, I don't know about unfortunately, but someone else is coming at Abba and preach that I didn't even know. You know, Now I don't really tune into their channel or anything. Um, but it turns out there that someone else in the manosphere is now coming at Abba and preach. Hold on just a minute. So they had basically they have always had smoke for the manosphere and red pill community. However, there have been people that, as a matter of fact, they said they haven't um been involved in the red pill community or anything like that. However, what is now happening though is people are coming at them, and it's not just Sneeko. It's also other people. You know, but let's see. Let me see. I just saw the video. Okay. So even 2 weeks ago, they came at just pearly things. Now, I don't know who this is. Okay, I don't know who this is, but um, now we're looking at this, and now a woman by the name of Paige Christine is coming at them.
Guys, it's time to ditch that nasty washcloth and get the body buffer.
So you put on a character in order to draw attention to.
I promise you, the plot twist at the end is really going to blow your mind. In fact, in White's fandom, a lot of people see him as the black man's free thinker due to their frustrations with the current political and
It's in the movies.
Yeah. Right.
he speaks about the time his life completely changed when the human tornado and the return Takashi 69 tease, how that would potentially help.
Not like she came over and said, "Hey, I want to sleep with all you guys."
Which is a promotional interview for his organization Hype, which is a
character. Now, if you want to get the real me, nigga, get off Facebook and come here.
Okay. This was
in hell.
So I'm not gonna watch this full video. This woman seems like a hardcore fembot, but she has some select words for Abba and preach. But there is another video in which I want to get into. It's crazy that since this whole Pearl thing has happened, it's pretty much left things like the wall is the tower has fell down, and it's going in all directions. Now, walaikum salam rahmatullah barakatuhu. Thank you for stopping by. Now, like since this Pearl thing has happened, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't have to lie. But I've never sat through a whole Pearl episode of just Pearly Things. I've only watched maybe her shorts a couple of times, and even then I didn't even watch it. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Because it's just the presentation I wasn't fond of. Even when she did have Muslims on there, like, Mahdi Tijani, shout outs to him. May Allah bless that brother. uh I wasn't really I wasn't really feeling that. I'm gonna be honest. I really wasn't digging it, bro. Like, I'm just being real. It just really didn't go, it just really didn't work for me. You know what I mean? So, there was something else that occurred, and it just goes to show that there is a divide and conquer, and sometimes that divide and conquer is inadvertent. Sometimes that person not even aware that they're dividing and conquering. But just Pearly thinks, I think, like, although she has red hair, she has the mental capacity of a woman who has blonde hair. you, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Now, this was made to my attention, and it really surprised the hell out of me. But this is another thing that we must understand. This is one thing we must understand. Okay? They will always protect the sisterhood no matter what. Okay? True colors will come out. Okay? Sometimes people do it out of sincerity. Other times people do it because they're getting a couple of clicks, they're getting attention, and what have you. But put it this way, the sister I'm not going to say the sisterhood is undefeated, but what I am going to say is the sisterhood will always be on code with the sister, even when that they know that she's in the wrong. But let's get into this.
So much of a man, talk about what you've seen, pictures. I was
Right comments. This stupid old dude in his flip.
And we're going to get to him too, Mr. Collaborator. We're going to get to him as well.
Sarah. All I want to know is why. Why, Sarah? Now, you're showing pictures. I was all right until you mentioned my name. And you're mentioning my name like I'm some kind of, like, I'm under some kind of slave master.
Notice that she has the drink in hand. Notice that she has the drink in hand. So we never know if this is just a drunken rage.
Let me explain to you, right? Because Pearl tells me everything. And let me explain to you. Have you seen my contract? Do you know whether I've got a contract or not? So when you're talking about Auntie Jenny, talk about what you know. Talk about what you've seen. Don't talk about what you don't know. Right? And I always tell Pearl, be careful about who's around you, because not everybody that says they're your friend are your friend.
And so, as you see, she's defending her, but not defending him. Although she has seen what she prescribed to, and it still doesn't matter to her. Okay. Well, let's continue on.
And she's stupid and naive, and she trusts people like how she trusts you. And look what you're going to do. What? Because she won't pay you a salary. Because she won't pay you a salary. How do you expect to make money when somebody else ain't making no money? Right? You can't tell me how many hours I do, because I come in here for about 4 hours a day. I come in here, I sit down, and I go home. That is it. And that's for the party. And you want to take private videos of people at the party, right? What were you doing at the party? Who was you there with? Because all of a sudden you turned up and you're looking really like, you know what I mean? Like, you're one of these strong black men, you know what I mean? You're wearing your black today, and you're wearing your little gold pendant, your little tiny gold pendant. I need a magnifying glass to go and see.
So she even came at his African chain, okay? Basically saying, your thing is weak, step your game up. That's basically what she was saying, okay? This is crazy.
But yeah, you're representing the blacks, innit? The same way how you're representing the blacks. Now, I always thought that you're a man that followed Kevin Samuels. God rest his soul. Right, Kevin Samuels. And the way you're turning up, tell them how you turn up. Look how you're dressed now to suit the black man. How do you normally turn up in your Primark shoes? Tell them how you turn up. Tell them how you turn up at the thing. Ask them what you didn't want to tell them what you had to say about China. How you were threatened with China too. About, oh, is China for real? Is this guy really for real? Or is he? You want to expect me to go gossiping about China's back? And I said, you know, he's the real thing. China is whoever he says he is. Tell them about the drink that you brought. Any black man you know that brings a drink. What drink did they bring to a party? Right? You had Rolito that brought his cognac. What did you bring? What did you bring to educate the young people? Poor.
Hold up. What is this shit?
And then you want to go and tell everybody how port is, right? And then what did you do? You stand there, everybody's drinking drinks, and you stand there with your port. And what did you do when you was leaving? You walked out the door and then you come back. Oh, because you forgot your bottle. So much of a man, you forgot your bottle. Now, please, don't put me in your mouth. Do not say things about me that you do not know. You understand? I am retired. I have bought my own house. You know what I mean? I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't do this because I need the money. I do it because I've got nothing better to do because I'm retired.
So here we go. Here we go with it. Here we go. The true colors are coming out. The true colors are coming out. I'm strong. I'm independent. I got my own stuff. I don't need this, that, and the other. And do you know what? I'm pretty sure Pearl thinks the exact same way. Walaikum salam rahmatullah barakatuhu. But the true colors are coming out right now, as we see. Well, let's continue.
So don't come here looking like I'm working for some kind of some master, right? That I'm some kind of like I'm some kind of slave, because that's not me. That's not me. Right? So you are just like MTR. You're bad-minded and you're bitter.
So you see how she even came at MTR. You see that? You see how she even came at you know, this is crazy, bro. And MTR just like was just telling the truth, like spitting the hawk. But she threw him under the bus too.
Why? Because, oh yeah, you've helped her. And what has she done? What has she done? What has she done? Those that can't do better, do better. Do better than her. You got so much, do better than her. Don't ride on the coattails of her. Do better than her. That's what you should be doing. So rather than go around and betraying somebody who thought that you were their friend, right? But all of a sudden you're there doing secret videos that you want to go and show everybody. Keep my, as Will Smith said, keep my name out your mouth. Oh. Keep my name out your mouth. Ooh. All right, Zara? Keep my name out of your mouth. Ooh. Right? Because you and me are in nothing. Whatever you and Pearl's got, you and Pearl's got. Nobody else will mention my name, but you want to come and mention my name. Do not mention my name. Man up. Don't just dress up like a black man when you want people to be there, and then you know your £15 shoes. Your £15. Yes, I checked because I'm that kind of person. I'm into shoes. I looked inside and I saw Primark. No, I'm wearing Marks and Spencers. You understand? And Pearl never paid for this. So I can't see how you would expect to get a salary. Yes, she pays for all of this. You know why? Because what people don't realize, I come in here and I sit down and I chat. Right? I chat. I come down on the way to my grandkids, or I might go and see my man, or I might go and see my friends. I come down here and I chat. I come down there and I chat. I'm all slave masters. So slave masters going to pay for my mother's funeral. Slave masters asking me out. Slave masters knew my mum. Come on. Sarah, do better. Do better. Do better. You sound sad and bitter. That's what you sound. Sad and bitter because you didn't get your own way. Because if she fell for you last week and she listened to what you had to say last week, you would have been signed up for the same thing last week. So just because you got...
So, I mean, but we saw the receipts, bro. Like, he was trying to educate her on, like, colonialism, on, like, he even offered her a book, but let's be honest, like, you ask a woman what's the last book she read, she wouldn't be able to answer you. As a matter of fact, you ask a woman what's the last book she read in like 5 years, in the period of 5 years, she won't be able to answer you either. Like a lot of these women don't read anyway. But he was trying to like educate her on like colonialism and stuff like that. So it's not about being bitter. Like he showed us the receipts, you know what I mean? So I don't know what her angle is, but let's continue.
got turned down, right? Because you want a salary. No, everybody gets paid according to how well their channel does. And me, as you can see, I don't really give a shit about how my channel does. I like talking to people and I go out there. If it makes money, it makes money. If it don't, it don't. So don't talk about what you don't know. Whatever contracts you think that everybody else has got, talk about everybody else. But please don't talk about me about what you don't know. Because you're the kind of person that will go out there and be taking pictures of everybody. You should be a man. You should be a man. And right now, you sound pathetic. You sound hurt. You sound bitter. And you know what? You can tell it is because you're delayed. And you got to think to yourself, what kind of person, all the people that are going out there, what kind of person could go front up with somebody and then be taking pictures and using their stuff behind their back? You're a traitor. You're a snake in the grass. You're an embarrassment. And you're a fraud. I, Auntie Jenny, are calling you a fraud. Calling you a fraud. You are a fraud. You were coming on here and talking about, oh yeah, this woman, does that. But no, you and that was a single mother. You got hurt by a single mother. You were raised by a single mother, and that's why you're hurt and you're bitter.
Dang! She threw it all the way under the bus. She didn't have to go there. She didn't have to do a low blow like that, bro. Like seriously, she could have left his personal life out of it. Because the last time I checked, she didn't even bring he didn't even bring Pearl's personal life into it. He just like was telling like, yo, I was trying to educate her on like colonialism and stuff like that, and she wasn't really responsive. But she went and low blowed this dude. Yeah, he's a anti he's a anti I didn't know he was anti-Muslim until recently, but yeah, he's anti-Muslim. I haven't subscribed to him, regardless. I don't give a crap. Like I'm just using it as a springboard to show all the dissension that's happened in like literally like the last uh I would say like in the last 72 hours basically all this dissension occurred. But yeah, I haven't seen any of his anti-Muslim rhetoric, but I'm not doubting that he has anti-Muslim rhetoric. I'm not doubting that at all.
So rather than see what Pearl does and slugging her down, beat her. Beat her to it. Do better than her. Do better. Do better. That's what you need to do. Because as people know, she can't tell me what to do because I come in there and I do what I like. You understand? So do not mention my name. Don't put my name in your mouth. It's too good to be in your mouth. You understand? Too good to be in your mouth. You want to talk about what you know about Pearl? You talk about what you know about Pearl. Because you know what old people are going to see you for as a snake in the grass. Because that's what you done. You infiltrated the team and now you're trying to say, oh, it's this and that. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you know. Talk about what you was drinking. Talk about what you was doing at the party. Talk about how you mingle with the guests. Talk about what you do, you nasty piece of work. Leave me
Oh my god. Yo.
out of it. I'm done.
Yo, bro. That's crazy. But now let's get to another one. No, but first let's get to this clown right here. This dude is a clown to me. I don't give a crap how much of this African jibber jabber he speaks because he feels the same way that a lot of these Pan-Africanists do when it comes to like Islam. But I don't care what this jibber jabber speaks. But now he's trying to become the pearl. Hold on. Look at this. And he's not even in this space. That's the crazy thing. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. Well, at least I guess he's trying to get into this space. Yeah, I guess what's happening now is he's trying to get into the space because of the simple fact uh that he knows that it profits. He knows that it's a profitable thing. Okay, well, let me see. So uh don't like don't backtrack on passport bros, you know. Don't backtrack on passport bros. Like hold the line down and prove the difference between like passport bros and like passport pookies. Okay? Don't backtrack. And I'm not telling you to join my movement, but I'm a Muslim passport Hijra brother. That's what I am. My end goal is to leave the West completely. That's my end goal. Like my end goal is to leave this crap behind 100% and only come here for holidays. That's my end goal. But let me see. Someone brought this to my attention. Shout outs to let me see where his channel is. I know I have his channel. Hold on. Let me see. He may have deleted the video, man. What's his name again? I know I saw that video somewhere. God, where is that video, bro? I'm looking for this video. Alhamdulillah. Let me see if I can just type it in. See. Okay, let's see what's going on now. Let's now I'll try to find this, but it looks like there's some more tea that just came out about this. And to be honest, may Allah forgive what I'm about to say. She wasn't even that good looking, bro. Or she isn't that good looking. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like no, a lot of people aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say, but um, I don't really find like I don't really even look at Tubok women of this country, bro. Like I really don't think like white women are that good looking from this country. I mean, uh, I guess phenotypically speaking, the women I think that would be, I guess, phenotypically white just on a phenotype level who are good looking are not from here. You know, they're not from this country. But let's see what happens.
Like 5 days.
That's a nothing burger. That's a nothing chance for men.
So I'm sure we have some views that we align on, but for the most part, no, I don't agree with stuff he was saying when it pertains to like the edgy stuff.
Would you go on a date with Nick Fuentes?
Nick, is that the?
Now, this guy right here, Adam, 22, like, unfortunately, and shout outs to them too. Don't get it twisted. Shout outs to Hoggy, shout outs to Hoggy, shout outs to Pac-Man the Gunman too. But unfortunately, he used Nipsey Hussle's death for clout to build up his platform. It's just the same thing. Them and DJ Vlad, they just get into these spaces and they know, oh, shoot, like, yo, like, this is fascinating, or like basically I'm in. Now I can collect because let's be honest, they were probably too lame for their own spaces. Let's just completely be real. Let's be honest. Even the if I had to choose between Just Pearly Things and the Whatever podcast, darn well I'm choosing the Whatever podcast, because at least that guy, like, he just keeps it a buck. We don't even know if this woman is keeping it a buck, basically. So let's continue.
That's the guy that was with Kanye, right?
You don't know much about him?
I don't know a ton about him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cute.
I feel like you guys would get along.
Maybe.
Similar ideas. Nah, but somebody.
So he says similar ideas. Pay attention to the language. He said similar ideas. So she was already thinking this. She was well, I mean, I'm African myself, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and say there's no racist Africans. There are racist Africans. I'm not going to lie. Um, I don't speak for them. I mean, because to be honest, like I'm gonna be real. I don't like. There's certain Africans I don't like either. Like I'm not gonna lie, sit here and lie. I mean, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. If we're gonna keep it all the way a buck, I don't really care for Ethiopians in this country. Like I don't really care for many Somalis in this country either. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just gonna be real. Yeah, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until they show me otherwise. But most of the time, they show me otherwise, man. I'm not even trying to talk like that during Ramadan, you know. And to your point, logical. I'm not even supporting that man, Sarah Garvey or whatever. I'm not even supporting him, bro. Like he's just a reference point. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't go subscribe to him, and those colored leaders are just like tokens, bro. Like that's the thing. It's just tokens. Like they love these liberal Muslim leaders, bro. Like that's the, like like you have now here they're talking about the first hijabi judge. These are just trinkets, like they're not going to do us any good. I don't know, like personally, I don't even know why they're even involved in politics. I don't know why these like they're involved in politics. I really don't. But let's look into what Adam 22 is talking about.
Yes, somebody wanted me to ask that. We're trying to find like the right woman for him.
All right, one more, pro. We're gonna leave you alone. Do you think you should have? Yeah, well.
Okay, so someone said Obsidian is a high value module for doing this. it would have been bad.
Let's see.
So funny, but funny that video.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
Black people.
Let's
Thing that black people actually put up instead of shut up. Allahu Akbar!
That's where I.
So the lovely ladies, what the lovely ladies want is they want you in the buck. They want a bed buck that's in the buck. That's
exactly. I don't dance nude for anyone. Men,
you got to get naked. You got to get straight
right.
naked for the lovely ladies.
When she doesn't, I'm gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm curious why you didn't show up. Like I scheduled it. Like that's."
All right. Well, now let's go to Mr. King Riches and let's see what he has to say. You know, and unfortunately, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. From my readings, you know, everybody had a sellout. It seems like a lot of people had a sellout. Heck, even the Chechens had a sellout when, or even the when Imam Shamo Rahmatullah alayh, when he was fighting his war in the Caucasus against the Russians, even there was there were many sellouts there. You know, even Uthman Danfodio, when he was reforming Hausaland, there were Fulanis who fought against him. Okay. So it's just sellouts are just going to be a part of the game. We already know. But let's continue. Let me see.
He would write something like that. That brother just doesn't want to lose his bag. I understand, but he would be better off saying nothing. I can tell he didn't believe what he was saying, and it felt forced to defend her. When I didn't defend her, and I said in the video, I'm not defending her, and I said in the video, I'm checking her, and I helped.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Bro, but I'm FBA. Why you pulling up over here?
I don't care. You're not pulling up over here, and you're not pulling up over here. So why are you even here then? Why do you care?
Because I stand up for FBAs. I stand up for Africans. I stand up for Jamaicans. I stand up for everybody.
But you're.
Pal. 3-year contract. Yep, world. They and start selling out.
Decided to rear their ugly head, and now they're writing all these kind of disparaging comments, talking all of this nonsense. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna read the comments as well, because the thing is, I'm exactly the same as I am right here in real life. Exactly the same. So let's start.
So you know that word alpha simp, he will fall into that category. Anytime you let another person get you out of character, okay, that's just going to show you that you cannot hold frame. The ones who hold frame that I have seen the best have been you know, as crazy as this sounds, when they get even like these stupid questions, the which will call it hold frame very well. The Taliban, they hold frame very well. Shout outs to them. I'm just being honest. But let's continue.
All right, so we're gonna get into the comments, innit? Yeah. But do you know what? You know what? I can't even not O'Shea, because O'Shea, at least O'Shea had the decency, yeah, to come and say something. Do you get what I'm saying? Because most of these people, these little people that go around, these people in the comment section, you know, they have so much to say, but they won't speak to me and have a proper conversation, you know. And I'm prepared for people to act stupid right now. I'm prepared, bro. Like, people are going to come in and start saying their nonsense, you know, and they're just going to come with their same old rhetoric, because really and truly, they don't like Africans. So really and truly, that's what they're going to come in with, their rhetoric, bro. Yeah, I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready.
All right, so how did he get to they don't like out? that the
crap. They haven't left their corner. They haven't done anything. They ain't done nothing in their life. A lot of these guys have done more in your country than you've done in your country. So
what he means by more in this country is that he slept with more women. That's what he means by more. That's what he means by that. Don't get fooled.
a lot of these guys, bruh, like they need to really check themselves before they come and start talking to me. But anyway, we're gonna see how it goes, bruh. We're gonna see how it goes. That is for sure. All right. He's one of her black Africans. She's trying to take to America. Let me tell you one thing. I already lived in America, stupid. I already lived in America before I had YouTube. I've been there and done that. I've probably done things again. I've probably done things in your country that you haven't done. So I find it funny that you would write something like that. That brother just doesn't want to lose his bag. I understand, but he would be better off saying nothing. I can tell he didn't believe what he was saying, and it felt forced to defend her. When I didn't defend her, and I said in the video, I'm not defending her, and I said in the video, I'm checking her, and I helped.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
You didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
he did defend her. He started bringing up other examples of people who brought on white supremacists. He tried to say he held her accountable. Then he was
accountable, and I told her she has to address the things she said, and I said to her that it wasn't a good idea having Nick Fuentes on there, and I said that he is a bruv. And I told her how her words were going to affect black people and why they're not going to like what.
Well, she already knew he was a racist. What are you talking about? She was just with the guy Adam 22, and she knew exactly who he was. Yeah, he's cute. I would date him. She knew. She already knew. So what are you talking about? She knew who he was before. Come on.
What she said. So tell me how I'm defending her. How? Now, just because you feel that she's somebody that's never met her in real life. You feel that that's your opinion. Your opinion doesn't, I don't necessarily have to agree with you. I don't.
Yeah, you don't have.
Now, having the perspective and the insight from Sarah Garvey, this sounds foolish. This was the shit he said prior to that coming out. But now this just sounds like
emotional, damn it.
And guess what? You keep saying her Africans. Well, guess what? I'm a UK citizen, bro. I'm a British citizen. I was born in London. Kings.
They try to move the goalposts back. That's what they always do. They try to say, like, for example, you'll have like some I know them, like, because I have family that live in Europe and stuff like that. I know them. They'll say like, nah, and they're not my family, but they will straight out say that, nah, I'm not African, I'm British. Or they'll say, nah, I'm not African, I'm French. They'll say, nah, I'm not African, I'm Portuguese. They'll say it like that. But they know darn well that if they go down the street or something like that, they're going to be looked at, they're going to be viewed as an African. Okay, we see it firsthand in the French football team. Okay, they're French when they win, but when they don't win, they're Malian, they're Algerian, they're freaking Senegalese, or they're Martinique, or they're freaking Haitian. We know the play, but they, of course, they always do that crap. I say that because I'm talking from experience from growing up there. They always do that, like, backtracking crap. They always do that. Oh, I'm not black, I'm British.
College Hospital. Anyone from South London knows that hospital very well. King's College Hospital, bruv. Yeah? And I was born and raised here. I have a red passport, bro. I can come back and forth to the United States anytime I want. So when you say, her Africans, you can't be talking about me.
Did he just disown his African heritage to claim? Hold on.
Listen, I was born in London, King's College Hospital. Anyone from South London knows that hospital very well. King's College Hospital, bruv.
Yeah, they always do that crap.
And I was born and raised here. I have a red passport, bro.
No, hold on. You forgot. Yeah?
But now,
This is how hard.
some other news came out, and I don't really rock with Osei Du Jackson. I think he's a clown as well. But I'm just using these clips as a reference points to show how this thing is imploding before our very eyes.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on Stream.
A few hours ago, British-based YouTuber King Riches finally gives his view of the whole Nick Fuentes debacle. He's also a YouTuber of Nigerian descent. So if you want to know...
And why did he have to be Nigerian, bro? Like, out of everything, why did he have to be a freaking Nigerian? Like, because I'm not going to cap, man. The Nigerians I know are solid people. Like, as a matter of fact, like, they taught me how to hustle. Like, I'm not going to even cap. They taught me how to legally hustle. Okay? The Nigerians I know are pretty solid individuals. Why did this guy have to be Nigerian, though? The Nigerians I knew at school, they were about their business, bro. I mean, I know a hell of a lot of Nigerian doctors have their own practices and everything. But why did he have to be a Nigerian? Why couldn't he be something else? Yeah, O'Shea is a clown, man. Like, seriously, this dude is a clown as well, man. But, I'm just using it as a reference point. But let's continue. And I'm about to show you another clown after this clown.
Where King Riches comes in at, this is why he's important. Based on what Nick likes to do is play a snippet of him reacting to mediocre tourism reviews, and then I'll come back and give my commentary.
Let's go.
I'm not going to beat around the bush for this conversation, and I'm going to get straight to the point. Pearl, you f***ed up. You knowingly invited a white supremacist and a self-proclaimed racist onto a platform which is primarily supported by, at least initially, and produced by Black people. This comes across as insensitive to downright nasty.
I don't know. I don't really agree with that, MTR. I don't agree with that because, I mean, Pearl is not the first person to bring white supremacists or racists onto a show. I just don't agree with that. And the fact that Pearl has staff who are Black, I mean, that's beside the point. Do you know what I mean? I just think that she brought on a controversial person. Obviously, that was going to bring around like a conversation. It was going to get views. People are going to want to hear what goes down. I think that, this is not the first show that has brought white supremacists on. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, Oprah's done it. Jerry Springer's done it. A lot of other people with shows have done that thing. So I think you may be exaggerating that particular point a little bit. But anyway.
And I want to be clear. It's not just inviting said person to the conversation that's upsetting, because conversations with people who don't agree with each other or don't agree with a particular position, if done in a healthy way, can promote civil discourse.
Okay.
But your up was to not only not defend the people who help create the content on your platform, but to also push a narrative that is insensitive and damaging to those very same people. Pearl, you know that your staff is mostly Black people. And I'm talking about from a production perspective, as well as a talent perspective. You also know that the majority of your content utilizes Black people talking about Black relationship issues. You could have had...
I'll say this from my own point of view. I've had my channel for many, many years before any of you even knew Just Pearly Things. Before I was working with her, I had a channel and I talked about, you know, racial issues and things of that nature, as well as, you know, the dating dynamics and, you know, men's self-improvement. So, you know, I just want to make that clear, because a lot of people, they're coming out and saying stuff along the lines of, oh, yeah, you can't say nothing because Pearl's your boss and blah, blah, blah. I've always been able to say what I want on my channel, and that is just been consistent and constant. So I just want to make that clear.
Black people sitting in the same room with this person in order to combat some of the hellacious things that was coming out of his mouth, or to have a different perspective that would have lent itself well to demonstrate the respect for the people that watch your content and that you employ. I don't think that your platform would be as big as what it is today if it wasn't for the essential utilization of Black people, Black relationship topics, and Black talent. And the talent came from all over. When you include the likes of an Andrew Tate, all the way down to a Brittany Renner. And even from a content creator perspective.
Now, that part I have to disagree with. Brittany Renner is not talented. Like, that's the only thing I disagree with, you know, is that like he said talent. And then he mentioned Brittany Renner, and it's like, yo, like, she's not even talented, bro. Like, she's just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, 204 or 304. That's all she is. There's nothing talented about her, you know.
From me to a Melanie King, to a Sarah Garvey, to a King Riches, to an Auntie Jenny. So for those just unaware of what's been going on, Pearl has recently come under fire.
You know Pearl personally. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know her personally. You've had conversations with her. You've got to know her, just as I've got to know her. You know she's not racist, bro. So, you know, I think that, you know, putting that...
Thinks she should have handled something me and him have...
One thing, I want to read a proverb. I want to read a proverb that was I want to do a proverb that was said, and this pretty much describes the situation that we're witnessing. Hold on, let me see this. Let me get this real quick. I gotta get up, look for this book, because this proverb pretty much describes what we're seeing right now with Just Pearly Things, with King Riches, with Auntie Jenny, with all these cats, Fresh and Fit, all of them. Let me find it real quick. To be honest, I can give a rat's butt about ghetto gaggers, because those women are actually going over there and becoming ghetto gaggers. It's not like someone's holding their hand and saying, "Oh, you're gonna do this scene." No, they're going over there willingly to become ghetto gaggers. As a matter of fact, one girl's mother brought her to the ghetto gagging scene. So I don't even care about them, because they're actually going over there willingly to be ghetto gaggers. So like I that's not a good comparison. No disrespect, but that's really not a good comparison, because they're going over there willingly to be ghetto gaggers. So that's not a good comparison. They're going over there for a bag. And no disrespect, but their bag is probably bigger than the bag than just Pearly Things is presenting them. That their bag is probably bigger than that they're getting, that they would get with Just Pearly Things. Well, let me see. There was something that there was a proverb that I saw, and this was a Gorilla Biscuit proverb. Just of those, just of those, just for those who don't know, Gorilla Biscuit basically means Gorilla Biscuit basically means heavy, like heavy, heavy down the like very heavy. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Now, one of the proverbs that's heavy is that the snake hates mint, but it still grows at the entrance of its home. So I'm not saying this or anything, but Pearl very well may hate like black people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's not going to use them for material gain. Her dad was a businessman after all, so we have to keep those factors in mind when it comes to just pearly things, right? Let me see. So here's another proverb. This is a Gorilla Biscuit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Exactly. This is another Gorilla Biscuit. The goat may struggle against death, but the butcher thinks only of the fat. So when you look at it, like we can look at like King Riches, we can look at like Sarah Garvey as like dudes who know that there's racism going on, of dudes who know that there's these things going on, but just Pearly thinks it's only thinking about the bread and the butter, you know? Uh and that's just it. She's not thinking about the struggle. She's thinking about, hey, man, if I can pay these guys trinkets, then that's even better for me, right? Now, this is the real Gorilla Biscuit. This is the real Gorilla Biscuit that I wanted to get to. When you are hungry, you don't think of honor. Had to drop the book on that note because look, she saw YouTube as a lick. Okay, I don't know what she went to school for, but she saw YouTube as a lick. Okay, and she saw the Black Manosphere as a lick. She didn't give a rat's butt about what black men were going through, though. All right, it didn't even appear. She even said herself, I think that, oh, this I'm entertaining. She said that. I'm dead ass. She said that thing. You know? But there's something else that was brought to my attention with another goofball. This dude is goofy, man. Like seriously, this guy is like so goofy, man, because um yeah, that's true, bro. And unfortunately these degenerates brought upon LGBT feminism, They also brought upon like trying to go to different countries, trying to teach that there's 160 genders. They did all of that. It's unfortunate, and unfortunately, people still let them in, like King Riches and Sarah Garvey. He has to be held accountable too for going along with the plot. He still has to be held accountable for that. But now here's another goofball. Let's hear him. But shout outs to the page though. Shout outs to Beautiful Lives. But now let's listen to Goofy Philip Scott, who is another goofball.
40,000 subscribers in 6 months. Okay. If you look right here, I don't want to hurt y'all, but they says, oh, I'd like to.
So her response was, I'd like to offer all of my credits the opportunity to offer my talents better deals. I'll give a list of all the monthly expenses, and they can see if they can give them a better deal. That's what she said.
Offer all of my critics the opportunity.
And here comes
like this.
And here comes
I'd like to offer all of my critics the
see.
And here comes this goofball.
Just
now let's listen to him.
Hopefully you can hear it. We're gonna let this rock. This was last night.
I'm gonna let y'all get in here real quick. I'm not gonna take too much of y'all time. And I wasn't even gonna get back into this Miss Ann story.
That is the euphemism he uses for Pearl. Just so you know who he's talking about. Let's go.
That's going on YouTube right now.
But you still got back into it though. You still got back into it because it gives you click and views. You still got back into it. Listen, his page was not even meant for like the manosphere space. His page really, and I didn't subscribe to his page, but his page originally started off as some Pan-Africanist stuff. And then he saw that, okay, well, modern women are doing these things. So he was just like jumping into this. He just jumped into the space. He jumped ship, so to say. But let's continue.
But I had to touch on it because, see, when y'all deal with Miss Ann and the colonizers, see, they treat y'all any kind of way. So let's get into it. People have to catch up when they get in. Right now, I'm just kind of chilling. I was doing some work. So while in the midst of me doing some work with some editing stuff for the Travel Channel, I saw this video from this brother from the UK. Shout out to him, named Sarah Garvey.
Shout out to Sarah.
This is the name of the brother's channel, brother in the UK. He was working with Miss Ann. And just a long story short, he was breaking down like how he was trying to teach her, all the, things that she was saying and her mindset about reparations and everything else. It was basically completely wrong. And she wasn't trying to hear it. She wasn't trying to learn anything from the brother. He brought a lot of evidence on this. But for me, once again, if just kind of how they get down and how they do things in their history, it's always going to be predatory.
He's schooling y'all. Now, I've taken the standpoint because for me, it's stating the obvious. I don't want to talk about
the show. She wanted him, I think, 4 days a week, what the brother said in his video. And from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So he said
the details are important. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., which is 7 hours. All right. 4 days a week, 28 hours a week. She wanted Sarah Garvey in studio. Now, I don't know how long Auntie Jenny's in the studio, but for $3 a video, it's like illegal money, but I'm just saying, let's go.
Said, okay, well, how much I'm gonna get paid, guaranteed You know, what's the deal? So Miss Ann said, well, no, I'm not gonna give you no guarantee. I'm gonna give you a percentage. You say, okay. Well, so what's my percentage of the video? Okay, because that's kind of normal too, to give somebody a percentage. But so Miss Ann says 70-30.
Okay.
So the brother said, oh, okay, so I'm gonna get 70%, you'll get 30. No. Miss Ann say, no. Miss Ann told him, no, I'm getting 70%, and you only getting 30% of the video revenue. Then Miss Ann told the brother that you actually getting a great deal.
Thank you. Like we're stupid. Team, I've been saying this. Boom.
We paid you 50-50 split. That's kind of
Fair
how
enough.
we do it.
That seems, let me tell you something. 35%. You see Sarah
sister 10%, 15%. Come on now. So I would tell you this is my message to any of those people. Any of you brothers and sisters that work with Miss Ann, if you are an editor, graphic designer, or you a talent, whatever, come holler at old Uncle Phil. Let me see what you got going on. Maybe we could work something out. But I promise you this, you're not gonna get no 10%. No, we're gonna go like my editors is a negotiated salary. My graphic designers is a negotiated salary. We always negotiate. It's not no percentage or anything. Period. So anybody on her team that want to come over here and get treated like the proper human being that you are, being my brother or my sister, come holler at old Uncle Phil over here. We'll take care of you.
So now he's clout chasing. You know, like he's clout chasing. So you really think they're just gonna get up and leave UK and just like go over there? No, Uncle Phil's Uncle Phil is which one call it a goofball, not Beautiful Lies. Shout outs to Beautiful Lies actually, but uh but Uncle Phil is a goofball.
yo. Yeah, studio on.
Okay, so what I want to do is tell you, like, I guess since we're doing Ramadan and alhamdulillah, this is not Caucasian. Okay, let's look at her. Let me see. All right.
And we are live.
Shout
Welcome.
out to whatever podcast. Shout outs to whatever podcast. This guy is actually original. He's an original guy. Shout outs to him.
To the whatever dating talk relationship
properties. I don't want to.
Are
I
you?
don't want to work every fucking day. I want to work.
You say you're
Okay, when people make a visual
So
board,
these women right here are not Caucasians, okay? These are not Caucasians. They're Anglos. And they're which one call it? And they're, no disrespect, they're not really good looking. Okay? So these are not Caucasians. These are Caucasians. Give me a second. These are Caucasians.
Ya benim cep fakirleşti de acaba hayallerimde mi fakirleşti sevgilim?
Ben çok sevdim. So these are Caucasians, okay? These are Caucasians. Okay. Nick Fuentes is not a Caucasian. Just Pearly thinks is not a Caucasian. These are Caucasians. All right. Those are just some washed up Anglo people. Like they're just like I literally call them Anglo Saxons. I don't insult the real Caucasians. You know what I mean? I can tell you one thing: their temperament is very, very different from a Casper Karen or a belligerent Becky. I can tell you that right away. I can tell you that right away. And as you see, they put marriage. They put marriage before a lot of things. I'll show you one more. These are Caucasians, okay? You can tell they don't just look like no typical Casper Karen. You know, like that's the thing. Those are Caucasians. You know, uh that's the thing. Like those are the Caucasians. Not these ones that these blonde hair, blue eyed, redheads and stuff like no, those aren't Caucasians. Those are just like typical Anglo women who have no culture. Like me, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell American culture is. I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, from my viewpoint, it's alphabet soup. It's 100 trying to teach 160 genders. It's sleep around and do what you want to do and not have any accountability for doing that. Like that's the way I look at American culture. Like, I mean, and the sad thing is they try to like imprint they try to imprint this around the freaking world as if they are the authority on morality. That's which is just the dumbest thing to me. That's the dumbest thing to me. You ask the typical Yeah, you ask the typical Christian woman here what her body count is, I guarantee you it's gonna be in double digits. I guarantee you it'll be in double digits that her body count will be. But I want to get back into this imploding manosphere thing. Yeah, American culture is neoliberalism and degeneracy, and now it's becoming authoritarianism because now they're talking about if they ban TikTok. And I was actually thinking about getting a VPN in case they do ban TikTok. They s- they said that that you can face up to 20 years in prison for using a VPN. That's what they said. But I want to get back to this. Uh, I guess my guy is live right now. I want to see what he's talking about.
I mean, what am I going to do? To their motherfucking village with.
Now she's a single mom, by the way. She's a single mom in uh and she I don't think she got chosen, although she looks good and stuff like that. Um although although that she did, like, like she presented thirst traps a lot of the time and this, that, and the other, she's still a single mom at the end of the day.
I think racism and slavery still happens today. Did you know? Did you? Slavery's only back
in 2018. The things I saw there were so people being enslaved in all American citizens. We can't function. The nerve to come out here and start shaming people in different countries about their living situations. Slave master, you are the colonizer too.
Care about what your Africans with 12-hour electricity that are scared to go back to their motherfucking village with no power and no Wi-Fi. We don't give a fuck.
So what probably happened with her is she was probably yeah, that Gog and Magog, bro, it's no joke. And I really think that, it's coming from their people. As a matter of fact, some of the scholars actually say that that Gog and Magog is actually the Anglo people. That's actually now, I don't know how true it is, but some scholars have actually alluded to that Gog and Magog is Anglo people. And also in the Quran it says that never will they decease in treachery except for only but a few. So, but now I think what happened with her is she wanted an African man, but she couldn't lock down an African man now. So now she's trashing um an African man. Yeah, I don't want to imitate them, bro. Like that's the thing. I like, bro, like I have nothing like good to say about them. Okay. Um I'll show you something as a matter of fact, but let's continue.
About what they scour the internet, and we don't care.
Guys, do you see this? Do you see this?
Syria, I'm not going back there where I only have electricity from noon to 6 p.m. It's not happening. If these niggas think for a second that I am going to turn against my white mama, she gave me the best job I ever had in my life.
So like now she's trashing them for working for Just Pearly Things. But the thing is that most Africans I know, like they get like what happens is they get their start. They may get their start with someone and then like eventually they venture out on their own, or eventually they will have a better opportunity. You know what I mean? Like eventually a better opportunity will come along as they acquire more skills. You know what I mean? Like that's usually how it works most of the time. But let's continue on.
I am able to send back money and supplies to my family for igusi mackerel and fufu.
See how she's speaking, right? First of all, she's basically insulting Africans.
Yeah, like I guess she dealt with some Africans, I think she dealt with some Africans, so that's why she's speaking in this way.
Passively insulting Africans living in mud huts, third world village and people. So she done what is and she
No, I finally have electricity for 20 hours a day. I'm not going back. Absolutely not. Even if our mother, Pasty, was racist, we have no choice but to work for Pasty, because what else will we do? Where else will we go, niggas?
What do you care? What do you care?
So again, just trashing, like for no reason. Like, I mean, like, yes, I hope they leave. That's my personal belief. I want them to leave. I want them to do better for themselves. Yes, I want that. You know what I mean? For them. But yeah, there's really no need for this though. Like that's the thing. There's really no need for her to do this.
Care. What do you care? What they do? You don't care about them anyways. They are some third world. He should have taught you that's the reason people Walmart.
Okay, I just wanted to touch on that. but now let's look at something else that came to my attention. This actually came to my attention a while back. So, I didn't really rock with this guy Sneeko because like I found out he was a cuck. You know, I found out he was a cuckold. I didn't know he was a cuckold, but yes, he's a cuckold. So what happened is he got into it with Abba and Preach. You know, he got into it with Abba and Preach, and this just goes to show you the imploding of Abba and Preach, or the imploding of the manosphere. And I don't like him for doing this crap either. This is another reason why I disliked him. This is why I dislike him too. This fool try to come at us with his.
A couple of old guys used to star in Titus Will commercials. Now I use air quotes because
I like the respect that Islam promotes. I've always talked about how the religion that I identify with the
fighting another nation, and even then, they had non-Muslim scholars have
just having stuff like mortgages,
theological differences. So in Islam, cut it down last Christmas or something. Brilliant man. So he inquired.
So he listens and stuff like that, and then we just get this. Let's see.
Sneeko met Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
Moist Critical, the guy, the white dude.
I'd love to see that little soy boy come up here and mess with me. You all.
Who did that?
You see what's happening in the background? You see what's happening here?
You all know he ain't gonna say anything to my face. What? Is that Charlie?
Who did that? Who the fuck did that?
Into the other room, please. I can't hear myself think with all that love making you're doing.
Yeah, fine,
Thank you so
whatever.
much,
No
baby.
problem.
Yeah.
No problem, Sneaky. No problem.
So that may be his because the thing is about and this is one of the issues I have is that in the manosphere, in the black manosphere, or in just the red pill community in general, one thing I noticed is they don't really promote nuclear families. I'm just gonna be honest. They promote that you can be high value and you can sleep with whoever you want. That's kind of the angle that Sneeko does, and that's also the angle that Fresh and Fit goes on. I haven't really met or seen a traditional type of red pill type of dude who promotes you know what I mean, just doing it the right way. And then also another one, I guess his name is I forgot his name, but it's Alpha something, and he kind of pushes the same message as well.
It's Sneeko.
Kate's picture in the background. They really did a good job representing his room.
Nice. What the hell is that? I gotta find another clip.
It's called a magazine.
Let go of me!
I was him, I'd hate us.
Oh wow.
Okay, now
before
this has been brewing. I didn't know this, but you would think that like all of a sudden now Sneako's all in cahoots with Andrew Tate, but little did we know he was coming at him before too. I didn't know this. This is news to me. Oh, Alpha Male Strategies, it's another guy. It's another guy. It's another goofy guy too. You know, yeah, Sneako is a cut code. Yeah, Sneako is a cut code. I'll bring those receipts. I'll give you those receipts very soon. Yeah, Sneako is a cut code. Yeah, definitely. Um, bro, to be honest with you, bro, with the Russia situation, you know, if I were you, I would start to make plans to go to that side of the world, be it China or a place like that, because of the shift that is happening. Or if you can get in, I would try to get in even in Saudi Arabia, you know, truthfully speaking. Because you know, and that's another stream in itself, because more countries are trying to join BRICS. You have Algeria now trying to join BRICS. I think Venezuela wants to join BRICS. More countries are starting to join BRICS. They're fed up with this. They're fed up with this dollar business. Yeah, Sneako's a cuck though. But let's see what he said about Andrew Tate, which is news to me.
Became like a Tate fanboy, basically. You know,
Yeah.
Daddy Tate's son.
Yeah.
There's a clip of him reacting to Tate. Watch this.
Really?
If I was him, I'd hate us. I'd hate you. Of course he does. Of course he does. Don't get mad at the dude. He's fat. He's short. He's clearly lonely. He's wearing fucking baggy ass shorts.
All right, now they're going a little too like, come on, bro. Fat, short. All right, you don't need to. Why are you? You shouldn't be like physically talking about another man on that level. You fat lying piece of shit. I would beat the.
Is he American? He looks fucking amazing. He's dressed as American. I'm in my tailored $10,000 suits without a geeky hat on. I haven't got a pedo mustache. I got all the women. I got money.
He just said, I paid $10,000. Why do you spend $10,000 on suits? It's a suit. It looks the same all the time. It's a fucking black jacket, black pants, and a tie. You don't need to spend 10 bands on that. You spend 10 bands on it so you could say in a podcast that it costs 10 bands. But just dress well.
I got the Bugatti. I got the jet.
It's true, but no.
Of course he hates us.
Of course, but it's just an amazing. I got a jet. I got a. See, this one. I don't know, man. Like these self-help dudes are just are too full of themselves. Like,
but yet you're a self-help dude. Like, please make it make sense, bro. Please make this thing make sense.
Why are you yelling about your jet on a podcast?
Well, how long ago was that?
A year. This is a year.
Well, people can switch. People can flip. There's something.
My man is like pancakes. He
lack of self-awareness for somebody like that. It's actually almost an impressive lack of self-awareness for someone like that. To look at someone like me, who's as accomplished as I am, with every genetic gift God can.
All right, bro. Like, as accomplished I am with the genetic gifts of a man and the physical superiority of my body. So why are you like, bro? You're wearing a shiny fucking bomber gold jacket with open and sunglasses on. You look like a video game character. You look like what a 12-year-old would pick as his GTA character. All right, there's self-help for men, and then there's also just jerking yourself off to other men. Because right now you're like,
all right, Anakin Sneakwalker. Like, shit.
You said Anakin Sneakwalker?
Yeah,
yo, I'm gonna actually give you that one. That's actually fire.
No, but he flipped on the dark side.
Anakin Sneakwalker. That's crazy.
No, but he fucking flipped on the
dark
side.
Yo, that is actually
But
facts.
I mean, that's what he does. That's what it is. He says he moves.
So like, it's like, bro, like you came at these dudes a while back and now you're kissing these guys' butt. Like, seriously. It's crazy. You're right, bro. This is why, for me personally, this is why I'm saying that for me personally, me, I don't consider myself like in this space. I just consider myself a realist. That's what I consider, you know? That's the thing. Now, in terms of women being psychologically a physical, like women being psychologically a certain way, that is absolutely true. However, um, society has a lot to do with it too. You know, society has a lot to do with that as well. And so the thing is that when society makes them a certain way, then this is why we have the problems we're having right now. You know what I mean? This is the thing. But here is O'Shea Do. Hold on, let's see.
But in any case,
the clip. No worries. I'm gonna play the clip. Like he took 5 hours.
Start getting pussy, so man, these fucker down. Just start getting pussy. Them passport bros, them the niggas that go overseas and fuck all the bad transsexuals. Yeah,
Now I don't know how.
Let me see if I can find the original video. Oh. So this, as I said before, this whole manosphere thing is imploding because now you have so-called red pill people coming at Passport Bros too. You have red pill creators getting at Passport Bros as well. Wow, everybody is coming at everybody is coming at us. This is crazy. This is like weird. And like as a Muslim, like I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I can read. I can read, for example, I can read different rulings about immigration. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'll read it right now. I'll read it right now. They like really think that some of us are just like these disingenuous guys who really don't value things that are deeper than that are deeper than what you would call it. that are deeper than just box. Let me see. Let me see, man. Man, I have to go into my bag. Cause I try to follow a certain blueprint. I try to follow a certain blueprint. Okay. I try to do it. Uh and this blueprint is which we'll call it in this book. Okay. Let me find it. Let me find the chapter. I'm gonna read some of this chapter. Okay, let's see. I'm actually glad I got this book. Let's see. It's kind of like upside down. Some of the pages are a little bit. They're a little bit weird. Well, let me see. Okay, let's go here. All right, hold on. Just give me 1 second and we'll get back to it because I want to see that video. I want to see that video because it looks like now celebrities are coming at Passport Bros now. Okay. And this is the first chapter. Bear with me. I know you guys don't like me reading, but I'm going to read this. Just bear with me. Now, this was a chapter by my, what I call Murabbi, meaning my teacher, uh, who has since deceased, who goes by the name of Uthman Danfodio, Rahmatullah alayh. He says on the obligation of immigrating from the lands of the unbelievers. It begins like and and success is from God. Immigration from the lands of unbelievers is an obligation according to the book, the Sunnah, and the Ijma. As for the book, there is the word of God. Surely those whom the angels cause to die while they are wronging themselves, to them the angels will say, in what circumstances were you? They will say, we were weak upon the earth. The angels will say, but was not God's earth wide so that you might have immigrated in it? As for such, their refuge shall be hell. The commentator said, in this verse is a proof at the obligation of immigration from the lands of the unbelievers. We know damn well these people, excuse my language, we know they're unbelievers. All of their actions present unbelief. We know that for sure, right? Now, Al-Sayuti said in his Takmila, explaining the meaning of the word of God, wronging themselves, it means by remaining among the unbelievers and failing to immigrate. Okay. As for the Sunnah, there is a saying of the Prophet, God is quit of a Muslim who dwells among the polytheists. And I hate to say it, but like a lot of these women and a lot of these men too are like so into horoscopes and all that crap, so into like astrology and all these other kind of things. So it's like, yeah, like it's best to distance yourself from this kind of outlandish behavior. It goes on to say that the fires of a believer and an unbeliever should not be within sight of each other. The above two hadiths were cited by our master Al-Kunti in his Nasiha. There is also the saying of the Prophet, he who mixes or lives with the unbeliever is just like him. This was related by Abu Dawood on the authority of Samura. As for the Ijma, Al-Washarisi said in his Miyar, and Ijma holds the obligation of immigration. Considerations of blood relations and marriage should not be an excuse for anyone failing to immigrate. How much less possessions and dwellings? God said, say, if your fathers, your sons, your brothers, your wife, your clan, your possessions that you have earned commerce, you fear may slacken dwellings you love. If those are dearer to you than God and his messenger and striving in his way, so that you fail to immigrate because of it, as explained in the Takmila al-Suyuti, then wait until God brings his decree. According to the commentary of Al-Kazim, the occasion of the revelation of this verse was saying that those who accepted Islam but did not immigrate, if we immigrate, our possessions will be lost, our commons wasted, our dwellings ruined. We have broken our bonds of kin. He, Al-Qasim, then said, and then this verse is a proof that whenever there occurs a conflict between religious matters and worldly interests, a Muslim is obligated to give preference to the religion over the worldly interests. I would add that it is likewise necessary to give preference to its preservation over the rest of the five universal rules, which are preservation of soul, intellect, lineage, wealth. Some also added honor. Al-Lakani said in his Ithah regarding the words of a versifier and the preservation of religious soul, wealth, and lineage, and likewise of intellect and body is obligatory. So this means that we have to immigrate if we are to protect these things because they are not to be protected in this country. It's a mess at this point. And I think we're obligated, yeah, man. So we have to put these plans into motion. I'm putting my plan into motion. Inshallah, um definitely putting it into motion and executing. But wow, I did not expect these people to come at Passport Bros. I wouldn't even call him a celebrity. That's the thing. I wouldn't even call him a celebrity. I wouldn't call these guys celebrities, but let me go to it and try to find the video. Let me try to find it.
Shitted with it because to run to the police, die.
Yeah, these are type like you said, the niggas wasn't getting pussy in high school. Them niggas just started getting pussy. So man, these are talking down. Them just started getting pussy. Them passport bros, them the niggas that go overseas and fuck all the bad transsexuals.
Now I don't know how you said waiting to the Passport Bros. I don't think Andrew Tate ever even mentioned it or called himself a passport bro. And Fresh and Fit damn sure never called himself no passport bro. So he just kind of pushed that in there real quick, but I continue.
Niggas ain't no stuff.
Now, them passport bro, they don't say, homie, listen, I like women. So meaning I can sit amongst women, say, what's your name, fam, with the hat on?
And keep in mind, he mentioned the Facebook group, by the way. He mentioned he was referring to the Facebook group, the Passport Bros Facebook group.
My name, no.
What's your Instagram name so I can get rid of this nigga on the side? Square bid. For real.
See, he does.
For real.
I thank y'all for finally letting me win an appeal. Well, I'm not bullshit
like that or Ben.
Hold on.
This dude, Casey Brown, when he wasn't known.
Ain't your lawyer Asian?
Okay,
No.
here we go. Here we go.
I really want if you come on the show. All right. So let's get to your boy Tariq Nasheed. Now you
So
see the
Tariq
cover.
Nasheed came at Passport Bros. How is he gonna come at Passport Bros when he was in Brazil doing the exact same thing? And this fool is coming at Passport Bros? He was doing the same thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh shit.
Back blown out by one of them niggas on the beach. And then you end up pregnant. Ladies, some of y'all end up pregnant. You're tricking them.
Hold on. Let me see.
The Iron Mike. Hop in, brother. Boycott these companies that invest.
Us being xenophobic to them. So that's why no problem can be solved and no bridge can be gapped. No, bridge can be fixed. I mean,
Real talk. Real talk. Thank you so much. Let me expound on that. That's real talk. Yeah, they always make it seem like I'm trying to bridge the gap, man. Ain't what the gap is one-sided. Dude, we can't do anymore. We've done enough. We've done enough to get people over here. We fought to get them over here. We fought their freedom movements over there. And damn, what are they going to do? Because see, the thing is, man, there's been this whole thing where.
But that's a lie. Americans never fought freedom movements in Africa. The only situation, maybe, I think it was Ethiopia against the Italians, I think, but they never fought in Guinea-Bissau. They never fought in Algeria. They never fought in any of Mozambique, Angola, South Africa. They never fought there, bro. Like, this is a lie. But I just need to hear the Passport Bros part.
We're almost told that he wanted to show me his moves because he'd never seen a Black American before. See the brothers connection that we gate-phobic because we
BAs in New York. No, they're still here. I work in the medical field, man. And I was like, dipping around and seeing like if I could find any. And I found like 20 in the goddamn hospital. Just like the Caribbeans are like nurses and shit like that. But yeah.
There you go. All right, man. But thank you so much, bro. Let's get outlandish in here. Outlandish. Where you at, Outlandish? Outlandish, turn your microphone on, man. Okay, well, we're waiting on Outlandish. We're gonna get the Iron Mike. Let's get him in here. The Iron Mike. Then they go over there in China with the Chinese wife, who's over there acting like he's in the Wu-Tang Clan. Iron Mike, get on, man. Get on, Iron Mike.
Yeah, brother. I listened to everything you said. I try to respond. You ain't got no messages. I tagged some stuff on your page. The stuff that you were saying about macking on women, and it's like if you don't, what is it? You don't qualify your women. It's like speaking Chinese to a Mexican or something. I don't know, brother. it's a lot of funny stuff people need to know about. But why don't you just talk about that history of you and, you know, you're trying to call me out. What's your past with Asian?
Yes, I am now. But now, look, you've been over there for 25 years. Got you in there. Are you over there pretending to be down with the Wu-Tang Clan, brother?
No, sir. No need for that. I represent Detroit.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No. You don't represent Detroit no more. You know you don't. You're not.
So because this brother made Hydra, he no longer represents the place he comes from anymore. Because he made Hydra.
Not a good representative of Detroit because you over there cupcaking in China. You done got pussy whooped, and you over there got the cape on for Asian culture. Nobody's even doing anything to them. You're the exotic Negro over there. What do you do over there in China?
I promote hip hop. I got a record label, but you.
So this brother is making an honest living, right? Yet there's still a problem with that honest living based upon what Tariq Nasheed is saying. Please make it make sense. Please make it make sense.
That's your past.
Okay, so yeah,
that's what you do. Why don't you talk about your past? Like you know about it instead of like hating.
I'm not hating on anything. I'm not in China, nigga. I'm over here.
How many album covers did you have with Asian women on your album covers? How many rap lyrics?
None. I've never done an album cover with an Asian woman on it. None.
Man, I put the link on your page. We know you, brother.
Yeah, that's not an album cover. That's my book cover, The Mac Within. There was an Asian girl on the Mac Within cover. What does that have to do with anything?
So tell me
what
about
does
that. Can you explain that? What was going on in your life? Like, just get me straight. I'm just saying, trying to understand, because I see you.
Right. I'm not pussy whipped. I took a picture with somebody. She went home, and I went home. You got with an Asian woman and moved your black ass out of Detroit over to China because you pussy whipped. See, we different. See how that works?
Okay, so perhaps this man found better diplomatic opportunities or better economic opportunities, I should say, and he just moved over there. Like, what the heck is the problem? What's the problem?
I mean, what about the other one? You had like a whole line of Asian women. You talk about it all in your songs. You talked about black people being original Asian people, but why you hate on Asian so much?
Where the nigga, you got Asian, what Asian women, what line of Asian women did I have, nigga? You're fantasizing.
No, I'm not making up anything. You verified the book.
Yes, you are.
It's another one. Hold on.
Nigga,
let me look at it.
No, it's not. There's not a line of Asian women, nigga. You're so infatuated with Asian pussy. You see Asian pussy everywhere you go. You look at an episode of Good Times, you think Florida Evans is Asian. Ooh, Lord. Look at that. You're so infatuated with Asian women, nigga. You're fantasizing about that shit. I don't have a whole bunch.
You got
of
a whole
women.
chapter.
No, I don't.
7.
Dude. No, I don't.
On Asian women. Chapter number 7. The teachers with the schoolgirls. Come on, man. You got a whole video on this.
I got a whole video talking about macking to women of different races, not just Asian women, dude. You're so pussy whipped by Asians, dude. Was it that good? Nigga, why is your self-esteem so low to get pussy whipped by an Asian woman, dude? What's wrong with you?
I'm not, but I'm the one not with Asian women in the schoolgirl dresses, number 7.
Yes, you are.
Macking to Asian women.
Nigga, you're in China, nigga. You got pussy whipped and moved and got a passport and moved to a whole continent just so you can be around some exotic pussy, nigga. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, brother.
Dude,
like you
you're game goofy. Don't misrepresent Detroit.
Ain't your lawyer Asian?
Dude, don't misrepresent Detroit. Nigga.
Ain't your lawyer Asian?
No, I don't. I have a whole bunch of different lawyers. I don't know which one you're talking about, sir.
Okay.
And,
you don't have one Asian lawyer?
And I didn't move to China for any of my lawyers, by the way, nigga. Okay, I'm different. You're different.
What's wrong with moving to Asia?
Because you pussy. Because you're a big low self-esteem pussy whoop buffoon. That's why. That's Game Goofy is a motherfucker. Moving to another continent.
So he just insults this guy for just basically moving to China. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, what the heck is the problem? Like, I really don't see the big deal.
For some pussy, nigga. Do you know how
你真
Game
的你真你真的搞错了，你不知道我是谁啊？
nigga?
你骂我干嘛？你讨厌亚洲人了？
He started busting out the Chinese. At least he learned the language, though. That's a good thing. This dude actually learned the language. Props to him. Mandarin is very hard to learn. Yo, Mandarin is very, very hard to learn, by the way. Hey, he gets respect from me. That's a very hard language to learn. Mandarin is very difficult to learn. Seriously.
屁！我告诉你了，
And this nigga learned the language so you can make some transactions better. When I see a nigga speak Asian, that's the trick language. You over there negotiating prices, nigga. That's how bad in game goofy you are. Are you one of these passport bros, my dude? Are you one of these passport bros? Yeah.
Didn't you try to get a passport in Africa? Didn't you try to move to Africa and it failed? Come on, what are you talking about?
I got a passport already, but I ain't tricking off all over the damn place, nigga. I'm not over in Asia getting some discount cootie cat like your big musty ass, game goofy nigga, and up here mad. You game goofy than a motherfucker over there tricking off in China, nigga. You getting discount vagina. What's wrong with you, man? Don't misrepresent Detroit. Detroit is a player city. Well, no, you're not gonna misrepresent the D, my G. That's not gonna happen. Real.
You would think at his age, though, he would like have something better to do. Like Tariq Nasheed, you would think at his age he would have like, you know what I mean? Like he would have something else to do rather than antagonize someone for living his life in China. It's kind of weird to me. You know, it's very, very weird to me. But let's continue.
The players don't move to China to pay a trick tab on a discount, my dude.
Brother Robert F. Williams didn't move to China.
No.
W.E.B. Du Bois didn't move
Robert
to China.
F. Williams, Robert Williams went to China because he was evading the law. He was getting away from law enforcement, nigga. Don't put that. He was a rider. He was busting on Klan members. You busting on Asian women, dude. You're not the same. Don't even put that yourself in the same category. You went over there to pay a discount trick tab, dude. Come on. Because you didn't have enough game to get one of them fly girls in the D, my nigga. You didn't have enough game. Your mouthpiece wasn't crisp. That's why you saying real goofy shit now. You see? Come on, you gotta step your game up. I got young boys listening to this. I don't like my young boys listening to old dusty goofball.
So, you know, he has the same talking point as the sisterhood, but yet he was doing the same thing a long time ago. And we're going to show those receipts right now.
Passport bro trick niggas. You dig? Who couldn't spit out a nice young honey. There's fine women out there in Detroit, nigga. Your mouthpiece wasn't crisp enough to get one of them. You dig? Just say that.
All right. I'm gonna leave, but I do got one legitimate question, man.
No, nigga. I don't want to know it. I don't want to hear it. I know, nigga. I don't want to hear your trick ass questions, my nigga. I don't want to hear it. But nigga, get your mouthpiece together. Stop being the big exotic nigga.
Let's see. Okay, let's see.
I hope you got you some rest because I'm gonna need you.
He has to be qualified to receive good game. It's going to be back to back. You're just going to be tired of saying that shit. You're just going because of those wild ass girls down there in Brazil. I miss.
So this guy, like does he not know that the internet is a thing and that it exists? Does he not know? Let's continue.
Chopping up game with everybody. Like I said, I was down in Brazil. I was in Rio de Janeiro. And before I forget, today's show is brought to you by MacLessons.to what they're used to. But exactly, what city are you in?
Oh man, I'm out here in Myrtle Beach, man.
Oh,
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
What the truth is, them motherfuckers are fine as shit. That's some shit that they're not exaggerating about. Whenever you hear people talking about how fine them Brazilian girls are, that is some real shit. Brazilian women are fine, unusually fine. You're like, God damn, what the fuck do they put in the water down here? Unusually fine. And you know how it's in the United States, like if you go to a social spot, you'll see like a bunch of fugly, half-ass looking women with a few dimes sprinkled in. That's what you'll see out here in the States.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you were bashing a guy who went to China for, he has a record label in China, but yet you were doing the same thing in Brazil. How long ago? 7 years ago, you were doing the same thing. And you didn't even start a record label. You went down there for you went down there for obvious reasons.
Out there, it's the exact opposite. It's the parallel universe. You see a bunch of dimes with a couple of ugly broads sprinkled in. So the dimes damn near outnumber everybody else. It's amazing. But them motherfuckers are fine, man. Them bodies are off the damn hook.
So, I don't need to play anymore, but it just goes to show you the hypocrisy. You're basically saying that, passport guys don't have no game, but you were doing the same thing. You were doing the same thing, like you were doing the exact same thing a couple of years back. Yet they don't have any game. Please make it make sense. Make it make sense. See. This is another reason why you need to leave the United States. A lot of these women do black magic. I'm going to show you right now.
All right, that's a decent looking lady, bro. Whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Who is this? Dentures? She got dentures in her hands for where her teeth at? She got the Mike Tyson dialect by default. Ain't she a Green Bay Packers fan? Shouldn't have been eating all that cheese. I'm just hoping we get a wardrobe malfunction or something. Because what am I watching this for? Wait, she just changed her hair up? Wait a minute. Hold on. Her forehead got the extendo. It's longer than Queen Elizabeth's reign over the Commonwealth. Now that I think about it, after about 20 seconds, she looked awfully familiar to the girl in the beginning of the video. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, that's the same? Nah, police.
So this is what I'm telling you. A lot of these women are doing black magic. That's the thing. A lot of them are doing black magic. It's why we have to leave. Have to get away from this. Let me see. All right, let me see. I mean, that's about it for now. Unless someone else has something in the audience, like unless you have something that I need to look at that you can bring to my attention. But I can go on for another 30 minutes. But it's just that if you guys have something that you can bring to my attention, then just let me know. Uh, you know, in the audience, like let me know if there's something that happened, or let me know if something went down. You know, uh, I can show the cuckold Sneeko when he was indeed a cuckold. Yes, Sneeko was a cuckold. He was a cuckold. Um, I'll show that right now. He said it on a podcast before, and yeah, he said he was a cuckold. But let's continue with that. All right, let's see.
Hold on.
Wait, how close was it?
We're on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl.
You
like
was
right
on
here.
the bed?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
So what did I couldn't like it was I was literally having PTSD watching that. I was like having war flash. Like I just
So did that get you out of your cheating ways?
What position?
No. It was missionary. Missionary legs up. Like
missionary legs up.
Legs up, yeah.
Oh no.
Was
That's such
he-
a oh
was he
no.
staring at her like in her eyes?
Yeah, like deep eye contact.
Oh
So as you hearing him, he's basically explaining another man going into his girl, which yes, this makes him a cuckold. Yet, lo and behold, this same guy will give you these alpha male red pill manosphere talking points, and he actually is doing the opposite of those manosphere talking points, basically. Like he actually did the opposite of those things. Um so yeah, this is what you deal with. This is this is how it works, bro. This is how it works. It works like this. And the thing is, one thing I want to say is that, like, one thing I want to say is that, like, at least, like, stand on, at least don't try to portray something, but then you really do another thing. Like, I don't know a man who's like a real man who would want, like, someone like banging out his girl. I don't know someone who would want that. But again, this is what you're dealing with.
Deep eye contact. The room, like her and the couple, like we're like, all right, let's switch. So I got this girl on top of me, and she's, I don't know, yo, I'm just not. And my girl's right here, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, yo, I'm like feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
But so now you're hearing this now. Now he's saying you should be a cuck. This is the same manosphere guy who talks these things, but now he's saying that you should be a cuck. He's saying you should try to be a cuck. Ah, man.
I know. You know what? I think you should.
I may smack a nigga.
I said the same shit before.
It's gonna be a match.
Hold on.
Wait, how close was it?
We're on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was.
So yeah, he's a cuckold. He's a cuckold. But the red pill manosphere thing. Maybe I have talking points of the area and things like that, but Yeah, bro. There's something else that's a development right now. Little do they know, but the military is having a problem. And we're going to see it right now. So now they're trying to push the pronouns in the military, by the way.
Hi, my name is Johnny, and I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, and I'm Conchi, and I use she, her pronouns.
And we're here to talk about pronouns.
What is a pronoun? A pronoun is how we identify ourselves.
Hold on a second. I knew the military was full of dumbasses, but now the Navy's got to explain pronouns to people in the Navy. If they don't know that, how'd they get through MEPS? I'm missing this one. Please help.
Signal of acceptance and respect.
If it's a signal of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space for everybody?
That's a good question.
Stop right there before you run to the comments with your itty bitty feelings. How many people in the U.S. Navy does this video apply to? Do we have to give this video to the entire Navy to explain pronouns? Something they probably learned in 3rd grade, but I guess this is so important and it's such a big focus for the Navy that they got to put out. First thing I realize is I don't want to injure danger.
You correct yourself and move on, or you accept the correction and move on.
Here's my suggestion for mispronouncing somebody. How about 50 lashes with a wet noodle? Will that work?
The most important thing I can tell you is do not put the burden of making you feel good about your mistake on the person that you just misgendered.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, and another tip for you to remember their pronoun next time, it's in your mind. Kind of go through a progression of 3 good things about the person using their pronoun. So let's say the person.
All right, I've met a lot of people over the years in the military. A lot of dumbasses, a lot of smart asses. So I don't know how this is actually going to work. For those of you who are in, how's the pronoun thing working out? Is Sergeant Major Emma explaining this to you? See, if you haven't seen the Emma, see that.
So this is what's happening in the U.S. Army right now. And this is what's going to continue to happen. You know, this is going to continue to happen. So here we go. Here's I want to show this commercial right here. And then I want to show you what whatchamacallit became. I want to show what the Taliban became compared to what the United States is becoming.
But no matter how far I traveled, how many things I experienced, I kept returning to a feeling inside. My dad, uncles. So as soon as I turned 17, I asked for my dad's blessing to enlist. But having served in the Army during the Vietnam era, responding to civil unrest, he said no. He had his reasons. So I turned to singing. First on the Strip in Vegas. Then, after a performance at the Apollo Theater in New York, I was invited to sing for a top cruise line, where I spent 5 years traveling everywhere, over 70 different countries, witnessing the good and also the bad in the world. Places torn apart by political unrest, people suffering. Our ship was once turned away after a port had been bombed.
Hold on, let me see. Now, this is what's happening right now.
In 2018, the Army missed its recruitment goal by about 6,500. And in 2022, the US Army came out 25% short of its recruitment goal, or the equivalent of 15,000 soldiers. And it's crazy to me to think that US Army recruiters did not manage to meet their goals despite a bunch of waivers and offering $40,000 enlistment bonuses. And projections for 2023 indicate another drop of 23,000 positions, or the equivalent of 9 to 10 brigade combat teams. So why is the US Army losing recruits? The worst is that somehow the leadership of the US military has no clue as to why this is happening. Me neither. I have absolutely no clue what could possibly be the reason behind it. Okay, now that we're done the foreplay and that you guys are all lubed up, let's cut the chase. The main problem is that the US Army has gone woke. Not necessarily the soldiers, but the leadership has definitely gone woke. And since we're talking about a cutting-edge recruitment ad, this video is sponsored by Kamikoto Japanese Steel Knives. These knives are made with elite quality Japanese steel, meticulously handcrafted using traditional techniques that date back 800 years. Kamikoto Japanese steel knives are used by Michelin star chefs around the world and can turn you into an elite master chef. With regular knives, you can't cut through anything, and it takes so long. And this is the Kamikoto Japanese steel knife. Look at that, I cut through this pineapple like butter. Effortless precision, speed, Black Friday sale, and diversity push down our throats. I mean, I'm not an American, so I speak as an outsider. Let's take another look at the Army's latest recruitment campaign, The Calling. When I first saw this, I thought it was the new poster for Woke of Duty. Let's analyze this a bit more. We see 2 males, 3 females. Our beloved BLM Emma with 2 moms on the right. And then we have a diverse set of African Americans, Asians, and Hispanics. But this recruitment ad screams, we don't want white males, considering that the majority of combat personnel are white males. I get it, perhaps the military was just tired of the sausage fest. But then I went to the US Army's recruitment website, and this is the first thing I saw. The banner, 3 females, 3 tough females, Asian and Hispanic. Oh my god, the US Army is inclusive and diverse, and there are girls too? Where do I sign? I'm kidding. Kidding. The Department of Defense even has a military leadership diversity commission, like anti-racist political commissars. And of course, they always come to the same conclusion. And when I scroll down, I get to this section. Finally, some dude. Am I the only one feeling like that? But this guy doesn't even look like he wants to be there. He's like, FML. And then there's this section to enlist as an officer, where we see a Hispanic woman. And only if you scroll down at the very end, we see a white male from the back, in the dark, on his computer looking like a nerd, like an incel. The problem is not promoting diversity, it's how it's done. This page lacks masculinity. This page averages 15 nanograms of testosterone. Now, all this wokeness is not as obvious with the Marine Corps, but I feel the underlying message is still very present. And lately, I feel there's an emphasis on female combat leaders. Let's just take a look at old US military commercials from the 1980s. Teamwork. Mixed heritage. You have 80% of flag and general officers. Like Virginia, North Carolina creates an environment for reverse discrimination. Use critical race theory to support your answer. In the media, with all this.
Oh, you know, they're pushing this and they're pushing these women, you know, they're pushing these women, they're pushing this agenda. But let's look at this, and then let's look at a woman who may have had to go to Ukraine. But let's look at let's look at basically what she let's look at what she was saying.
Aaron Judge, he's done it. 62.
Yeah, you guys remember that little commercial that brought up a ton of uprising as people were calling the U.S. Army, specifically in that commercial, talking about Emma and her two moms as woke nature. But it looks like the U.S. Army maybe has gone away from that ideology and has actually started to listen to people that were very controversial in their opinions against what the Army was promoting. And now they've come out with a new commercial out, which I think does have levels of sentiment that they've actually listened to the people and they've actually tried to make their own attempt to kind of understand what
explanation. It's our greatest strength, the power to discover.
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
To challenge yourself.
To challenge yourself.
To challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
than you ever knew
that you could do.
To be all you can be.
To be all you can be.
It means never assuming
something can't be done.
And if it's the right thing to do,
never stopping until you achieve it.
That's how the U.S. Army has succeeded since the founding of this country.
Since the founding of this country.
Giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools.
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
The possibilities really are endless. And the world sees that.
It's what we fight for every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Seeing those possibilities, then going out and invest in the people who serve.
Because America calls for nothing less. So you can be all you can be.
Be all you can be. Be all you can be.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be. Be all you can be.
which I would say the sentiment was there. They don't care about the idea.
So,
that
you know, they're showing this, right? But they're not going to be able to compete with this. Hold on, that's not a good example.
اشعلها نيران اضرب فلتحسب نيران اضرب امضي يا جيش الاسلام امضي لا ذهبي من خلف جماهير الشام تهتف لا ذهبي اضرب اشعلها نيران اضرب فلتحسب نيران اضرب اشعلها نيران اضرب فلتحسب نيران امضي يا قائد سهران امضي لا ذهبي امضي يا قائد سهران امضي لا ذهبي اقطع اعناقا ورؤوس لا تخشى الظلام زلزل اذنابا لمجوس يا وباذن الجبار ندوس على حزب الاجرام خلف جماهير الشام تهتف لا ذهبي
So I'm showing this to show that this is now the Afghan army, okay? After 20 years of fighting the Americans, what they did is they just alchemized themselves. They're no longer, it's just not like, no longer are they like just these like just rogue desert tribemen. Now they have a full functioning army, and they don't have to worry about people trying to say, "Oh, there's 160 genders," or any of these woke things. These are battle-hardened men ready to go. So even if America did come back to Afghanistan, it would be worse for them. And yes, these brothers have my support. You know, number one, because of Muslim, but number two, they're being normal. They're being normal. They're not trying to push 160 genders. But I've been on for a little while. I thank y'all for tuning in. All I gotta say, bro, is just do what works best for you. And I'm just pushing Hydra because I think that works best right now in the situation we're facing in the West. It's not even about just the women. You know, it's about a lot of other things too, a lot of other factors, that we have to consider. But with that being said, Fool is signing out. SYSMB, I'm out. Njad Arma.